What's up everybody, Blackacre here, your friendly neighborhood guitar cover and teacher ghoul. Today we're taking a look at how to play Black Tongue. And the tuning on this one is going to be D standard. Wildly enough, on the fret 12 tabs it says it's in the A tuning, which is insane to me because I think anyone who's been playing for like a year or more can tell that the first note of the song is not that low. So that's beside the point, but maybe fret 12 should hire someone else. Anyway, so let's get into it. So the intro is the same as the chorus is, so I'm just going to show that. And I'm just going to say the octave starting from the 5th string. So I'm just going to say the 5th string note. I'm just assuming that you know that octaves are always on this string going to be just going to be 2 frets up on the 3rd string from whatever note you're playing on the 5th string. So we're going to hit low 6th string, and then we're going to do an octave on the 14th fret with some stees, and then hit the low string again, so it's twice, and then so you're going to slide down 1 fret, then you're going to go down to the 10th fret, and then you're going to slide from 10 to 9 to 7. So it's going to sound like this. Alright, that's the first half. The next half is going to be very similar. We're just going to walk up instead of going down. So it's going to be like this. Alright, that end there is going to be 10, 12, 13 on the A string. Now that's how Bill plays it in the DVD. You can, you know, play it octaves. It's going to sound good, but I'm, as you guys know who know my channel, I'm pretty insane when it comes to trying to get things as accurately as a player plays them. So he plays it like this. That's what I'm going with in the lesson. All right, cool. Let's get into the verses. So these are really cool. I've never seen anyone play it the way they actually do. I might have seen one cover, but it's hard to make out what Bill's actually playing, but let me show you. So we're gonna start with triplets on the 5th string. That's how it's always gonna start out, but we're just gonna change the chords. So it's gonna start off, your first finger is gonna go on the 7th fret of the 4th string. Pinky or ring finger, whatever you use, is going to go on the 9th fret of the 3rd string. So it's going to go. Alright, the second chord is going to be this shape. It's going to be 8th fret of the 5th string, 7th fret of the 4th string, 10th fret of the 3rd string. So, okay. Again, I'm just doing a single hit and then triplet on the 5th string, no matter what the bass note is. So it starts off open, sorry, then goes to that 8th fret. Now we're gonna go, we're gonna do this chord. We're gonna go 7th fret of the 5th string and the 4th string, and then your pinky or whatever finger you use is gonna go on the 9th fret of the 3rd string. So far, now you're going to move, your first finger is going to go to the 6th fret of the 4th string. Your middle finger is going to go on the 7th fret of the 5th string. That doesn't change, and neither does your pinky. So it's going to stay on the 9th fret of the 3rd string. So that's the first time around. So it's going to go. Okay. The second time you're going to start the same. We're just going to move that down 1 fret on each string. So you're going to end up with the 6th fret of the 5th string, 5th fret of the 4th string, and 8th fret of the 3rd string. So the whole verse riff sounds like this. Alright, and we already know the chorus, so now we can get into the grind part. The tabs call it a breakdown. I wouldn't necessarily call it a breakdown. But so that's going to be this part, that whole thing. So this is probably the most difficult part of the song, just because it's very, you know, just a lot of alternate picking. Got to make sure it's very tight and precise. So we're going to go to the 3rd fret of the 6th string. So it's going to be 3, and then we're going to go to the 5th fret of the 5th string. Then the 6th fret of the 5th string, so, sorry. Now we're going to do this dissonant minor 2nd that Bill likes to do a lot. These notes that are right next to each other that clash but sound really cool. So it's going to be 4th fret of the 4th string, and then open 3rd string, and then back to that 4th fret of the 4th string. So, and then you're going to do 1st fret of the 5th string, and then do that same dissonant pattern again, and then 3rd fret, and then that 4th fret again. So the whole thing slow sounds like this. Alright, the next time it's going to start the same, so we're going to do this. Now we're going to drop down to the 6th fret and do the same dissonant type of thing, just down a set of strings. So it's going to be 2nd fret of the 6th string, and then 4th fret of the 5th string, open 4th string, and then 4th fret of the 5th string again. So the only thing that changes is that last chord there. The whole thing slow sounds like this. Alright, next up is the bridge. This is very similar to the chords, I believe, in Sultan's Curse. Alright, so all we're doing here is we're going to basically make an E shape if we are in standard tuning with our middle finger and pinky. So I'm going to use the 1st finger as well on the 6th fret. We're going to go down, but we'll get there in a second. So that's going to be second finger is going to be on the 7th fret of the 5th string. Pinky's going to be on the 9th fret of the 4th string. And like I said, my 1st finger is actually going to be on the 6th fret of the 5th string. So we're going to do, so we're going to hit that chord, that E shaped chord, going to pull off, and then hammer back on. So it's going to be, alright. So the first time, we're going to interrupt each one with a hit on the low 6th string. So we're going to go... So it's going to be 9th fret of the 5th string, 7th fret of the 4th string. And then you're going to go 10th fret of the 4th string, 12th fret of the 5th string. And then you're just going to move that shape down 2 frets, or I guess diatonically down, you know, 1 scale step for each one, however you want to look at it. And that's going to be 10th fret on the 5th string, 9th fret on the 4th string. So those are the only chords we're going to use in this section. It's just going to change the order of them. So for the first time, slow, it's going to sound like this. The second time, you're going to do the same exact thing. You're just going to start up here. You're going to go down and then up. So let me play the whole phrase slowly. Alright, and then we're eventually going to interrupt it with a little alternate picking pattern. And you're going to go 8th fret on the low 6th string, and then 12th fret on the 5th string, and then we're going to do 3rd fret on the 6th string and 6th fret on the 5th string. So that picking part's going to sound like this. Alright, so the whole phrase with the alternate picking sounds like this. next up is the solo. I always love when Bill plays lead parts because you know he's not going to waste a single note. Every note is very, very impactful on the solo, and I just love his solos. Obviously, Brent gets a lot of the credit, as, you know, I feel like is deserved on the solos because that's his main, I feel like, role in the band. But except for obviously, like, you know, Crack the Sky and like that EP, but the Cold Dark Place EP. But anyway, so for the solo, the first part is just going to be like an ascending run. It's just going to take these diads and just go up diatonically, and then so we're just going to start on the 5th fret of the 4th string, 4th fret of the 3rd string. Just going to slide that up to the 7th fret of the 4th string, 5th fret of the 3rd string. The picking pattern is going to be the same. Then we're going to do the 9th fret of both the 4th and 3rd strings, so far. Slide up to the 12th fret, 3rd string. Down to the 8th fret of the 3rd string. So again. Now we're going to do alternate picking, so it's going to be 9th fret, 4th string, 12th fret, 3rd string, and then down to 7th fret, 4th string, 11th fret, 3rd string. So far. And this next part, on the record, I believe he's only hitting it once, so... But in the DVD, he does this double picked run, and then at the end, those hits are just once. I think that sounds cool, so I'm going to show you guys how to do that, and I recorded it that way in my cover. So the frets are the same. All it is again, it's just running down diatonically, this pattern. So it's going to be 9, 10, 9, 7, 9, 7, 5, 7, 5, 4, 5, 4. So with the alternate picking in there, it sounds like this. Alright, next part we're going to do a little scalar run. I'm going to play that slow. One more time, we're starting up at the 14th fret of the 4th string. Going to start that over. And now we're going to do a bend, full step, 15th fret up. You're going to hit the high E string, or, you know, technically it's a D string, but the 1st string, and then 15, 15, 14 on the 1st string, and then 12 on the 2nd string, so far. So we're going to do an alternate picking run all the way up at the, 19th fret. So it's going to be 19, 20, 19. So 17, 19, 17. 15, 14. I apologize. I need to get this guitar actually set up for D standard. My fretboard is not liking this. So you can hear the buzz a little bit, but that's that. All right, next up we have this cool harmony line. So it's going to be 10th fret on the 4th string. This is all on the 4th string. 12, 15, 14, down to 9, 10, 12, 14. Now we're going to do, so it's going to be 12 on the 3rd string, 14, 12 on the 4th string, then up to 16 on the 3rd string. You're just going to go back to that 14, 12 on the 4th string. So then you're going to play that twice, the 12 on the 3rd string, 14, 12 on the 4th string. So Alright, the second time is going to be the same thing. But to end it, you're going to bend up that 12th fret of the second string a half step and back down. So the second part sounds like this. That goes directly back into the chorus, which we know how to play. The last thing I need to show you is the outro, which is going to be the same as the backing under the solo, but since we played the solo, I haven't showed you how to play the rhythm part. This is the part I'm talking about. Alright, so all this is, it's going to be more of these like dyads, so we're going to do those chugs again. You're going to have your ring finger on the 7th fret of the 5th string, pinky on the 7th fret of the 4th string, and your first finger is going to go on the 5th fret of the 4th string. You're just going to lift your pinky off, so that's what I'm playing, with the 5th string ringing out. You're going to do the same thing, just move down 2 frets and then just play the next shape, which is going to be now your second finger is going to be on the 5th fret of the 5th string, ring finger is going to be on the 5th fret of the 4th string, and then your first finger is going to anchor on the 4th fret of the 4th string. So same thing, you're going to pull off, hammer back on. So, and then you're going to go, this is going to be like a G-shaped power chord on the 3rd fret of the low 6th string, and then pinky on the 5th fret of the 5th string. So then you're just going to move that down and back up. Then you're just going to hit this D power chord that, I guess you'd call it an inversion. It's just this heavier power chord. So normal D power chord would look like that if we were in standard tuning. You're just going to bar your first finger across the 5th fret, bottom 2 strings, and then pinky on the the 7th fret of the 4th string. And then you're just gonna do these 2 chords again, and then you're just playing those chords just an octave up and an inversion of it. So you're gonna do the same shape here, just move it down a set of strings. So we're gonna do 5th fret, 5th string, 5th fret of the 4th string, and then 7th fret of the 3rd string. And you're just gonna move that down 1 fret. So again, the tail end of the song is going to sound like this. Alright, and that is it. Thank you guys for watching.